Hi, and welcome to another episode of Wine and Wisdom. I'm Thomas Hoang, and you're listening to the TL podcast, where knowledge is shared and no one takes themselves too seriously. All right, guys, I have done something different. My neighbor, Rob, has offered me 2 bottles that he got from a client who kept them
So you didn't
under
pay.
his house.
So you've done something different and didn't pay
doesn't
for
have-
wine.
does-
That's new. That's new, mate.
That-
That's so new of you.
But he is the
Jeez,
thing.
go out on a limb, mate.
Here's the thing. So this bottle, I had the sommelier of Lumi trying and telling me about it. Hence, I want to do this. See, he talks a little bit too fast about things. When he now listened to this, he would have said, "Oh, I see that.
Oh,
no,
dear.
actually,
Oh.
I see now. There is some method behind this madness.
There's nothing madness in bringing free wine, mate.
You know, you have a problem. I think you have a problem.
Oh, really?
Whether it is free wine or not, it is wine. It's the day that I stole the wine that we have a problem, right?
It's they are clean
Because at the end of the day, you didn't buy the wine. You brought free wine that your wife gave you money for. so we're gonna have to be very careful about
the words of David
semantics and all that
Goggins,
stuff.
fuck you. Hey.
Yeah, but David Cogan can use it because he runs the 101
He'll
miles.
run it off.
Well, you don't. So
Oh, I'm
Please
stealing the last
don't.
bit of bruschetta. Here you go.
okay, here it is. So
What is it?
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
What is it? Prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
Whatever.
so
In your fake Italian
Here.
accent.
come on, let's go. Let's go first.
Which one are you doing? You got 2 bottles there, mate.
Yeah.
You going blue label? You going
You
black
notice that.
label?
You notice that. There's one. Okay. Try this.
They're different colours to you.
Of course I was going to notice it.
Even Chris
Try this.
You fucking even Chris.
can
You're
tell the difference in colours.
Bloody white drinker.
No, I just meant you're a moron.
Yeah, fuck you very much.
And cheers, mate.
Right.
Cheers to the clean skins.
Yeah. Whew.
So,
That's been under there for a while.
Cheers, mate.
cheers, boys. So where's that from? First of all,
Your cellar.
Taste of horse manure and
And track the
coffin.
fumes.
Is this from Rookwood?
be very careful not to say it was better than his because then he's in trouble.
It's not Australian. I don't think it's Australian.
He's already in danger. He's in danger.
I've got to select my words very carefully.
Hey, mate, don't worry. I know who's voting. I just went out there and the girl said, that last wine you brought out was so nice. And this one isn't as good. So I'm in front.
Oh.
Funny how we
Am
do
I
that.
right that it's on
Cash
Australian
for
wine?
comments.
I'm not saying anything. So what I ask
No,
is
that's
your
nice.
opinion. Say,
That's nice. That's a nice wine. Got good legs on it.
There's a bit of fruit in it,
Good
though.
bouquet. Tastes like a bit of a Shiraz, a straight Shiraz.
all right, let's try this
Bit
one.
peppery.
Tyre pressure sensors are going off.
That's a lot lighter. You can say that already. Straight away. That's going to be a Pinot or a Rosé.
It's not a rosé, you goose. It's
Let's try
That's
this.
a lot lighter.
a colour in it, though. It's almost like a flat Coke. Look at that. Oh, don't like that one.
So the first one we had was the blue one. Now we just had the black one, yeah?
Yeah. That's a lot lighter, but I think a lot younger. Much different grape. A lot fruitier. That first one was nice,
A
though.
lot more tannins in the second one. I think that's...
I got no idea.
None.
Right? 2 years of drinking with you boys, we still have no idea.
I know, I like the
what
first
are we
one.
doing?
I don't like the second one.
What are we doing?
Whoever made the second one, don't get offended, but what is that?
So what about the news this week?
Tell us
This
what the
last
wines
week.
are, you goose.
Eh?
You tell us what the wines are first.
No, you can't. That's what I
Because he
said.
doesn't know.
I can't.
Because you don't know.
I do know.
Why?
Why aren't you talking about it?
We will talk about it, but first taste it, guess it.
I can't
I've
get
got
rid of
people
that.
saying it's overseas when it's actually here.
It is Aussie, is it?
No, it's Aussie.
No,
yes.
they're Aussie. They're homemade, mate.
So
They're homemade.
it's actually a
was too
region
fruity.
from a region that we love and we drink all the time.
Tumby umby.
Oh, yo, funny dude. Oh, yo, funny dude. How good is this one?
Yeah, it's like it's got a bit of Prince Philip mold in there. It's good.
It tasted, it reeked of coffin.
No, we can't make a joke.
We can. He won't tell us where it's from. We can't offend the
Can't make
invisible.
jokes.
The first one was brilliant. The second
that one's
one,
a hunter. That one I don't know. That one's someone's backyard.
They both from.
Coonawarra. I don't mind the blue label. Not as good as the one I bought.
was the blue label the first one?
Yeah, the one we first had.
What the second one I can't do. But that's nothing. I drink Chardonnay, so don't get upset.
That's like a Merlot Pinot that's gone wrong. So the second one's
City next.
that's not great, but the
That's
first
been
one
sitting
that's
next to a
actually-
red Jeep.
Oh,
Right.
fuck.
So here's the next thing. They both same wine. One's gone off, so we got it right.
Yes, good. It looked
Hey,
like
now
flat
we're
cake.
learning. So they
No,
both the same.
really?
Yeah, one's gone off. Too bad. Wrong year.
Why would you
Kept for
do
too
that
long.
to me? Why'd you pour me 3 glasses of it?
This is what I
Someone's got to
wanted us.
drink it.
Nah, mate.
That's what I wanted us to have. These two to try
Whatever
so
it was
that we
wasn't
can
good.
see it.
But that's Aussie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both Coonawarra?
It's the same
I've got
one.
the
same
one.
one's
No,
gone
yeah.
off.
Different year.
Sorry, yeah, obviously.
And one's kept too long.
So I was right. One's called the red Jeep, and one's.
One's called the Lexus.
I don't keep wine in my garage, right?
That's
So
not
it won't
bad.
be called-
So,
Or the Lexus.
what about this week? George Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
Guilty.
9 minutes.
George Floyd.
Guilty.
So how does that change America or maybe even the world?
Well, they're saying
Now
it,
that Joe Biden is in 24 hours before the verdict, he came on TV, he says it is evident that he's guilty, and I hope that justice is going to
he's served.
come to the same conclusion. Holy dooly, right?
So, was it announced on the punishment, the
He hasn't been sentenced.
No. Sentencing.
sentencing?
No. It's coming in a few weeks, probably.
So, do you think? So, obviously, that
My bet is it-
politically and socially, the verdict was
appropriate
right and altered to suit the masses,
and had to happen because a 13-year-old kid got shot with his hands up,
like a few days prior.
A few
Right?
That was
days ago.
wrong, wasn't it?
and the video came out of the army lieutenant being maced in his car and sprayed in full uniform because he couldn't take his seatbelt off because his hands were up, because if you put your hands down you get shot. So, and then there was a lady who shot a guy, killed a guy because she thought she had her taser in her hand,
Yeah.
and she pulled the trigger on the taser and it turned out she was holding a Glock in her hand, and she went, "Oh fuck, I shot him." So he had
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
sure that's easy to confuse, right?
he had to get found guilty for no other reason than the stuff that happened in the last 2 weeks. America would fucking implode.
I was about to say,
And I'm willing to bet it might be a one-off. I'm not convinced we've just changed history. I'm convinced that... And, hey, I've seen the video. He deserved to go.
It's a very good thing that you talked about it. I think for the next 4 years, mate, every police officer or every cop will have to behave, because mate, now the rules are changing. The rules of the games have changed.
Mate, they always throw one person under the bus, though, just for fucking vanity.
Yeah, well, I know, but Joe Biden is in now, and we Australia follows whatever Joe or whatever America decides.
Was
anyway.
he awake when it happened, or was he...
He I don't know. He probably stumbled.
It was 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm just wondering. He just finished his dinner. I'm just wondering. What? Guilty.
You're a shocker, kid. Fucking
What is very sad is that all of the dancing and the protests and everything that we're doing, these kind of judgments are really only going to keep black and white more divided.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only outcome, really, to me.
Our boy,
The
the
rest are a
boy,
bit incidental.
Ryan Holiday, who wrote the Stoics, he put a post up yesterday when the verdict came out, and he highlighted, because of the 4 virtues of the Stoics, and one of them being justice, he highlighted
Temperance,
justice,
prudence,
courage,
yeah,
he highlighted justice, and he is losing followers and being vilified and all these things. He's being accused of going too far to the left and having political opinions, and as he rightly points out, every Stoic had political opinions. That's what they were doing. But just for pointing
But
out...
those guys who criticize him, they don't have a political opinion, right?
No.
I get it.
No. Exactly. But, yeah, you know, he's...
Come on, Ryan, we fire.
In his opinion, justice... There had to be justice, and same as Joe Biden said it, and he's been accused of just following every other celebrity and everyone famous by saying, oh, you know, Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. But it was on Instagram yesterday. There was 3,600 comments, and it was going back and forth all because he highlighted one of the Stoic virtues of
That's
justice.
what I'm saying to you, probably. Maybe we should come in and say some shit like this, because if that's what you have to do and get the other side of the political view to make a comment against us, why not?
I think he's already got like a few more followers than us, though, to start with. I mean, he has got a really good selling book to start with.
No, but those 6,000 looking for someone now, they call orphan followers. So what else happened these last 2 weeks?
Prince Philip?
Yeah.
Gone.
Brought the boys back together
Oh, did it?
for the state, you know, like the time of the funeral.
What was amazing for me is my in-laws asked me whether I liked him. And I'm just thinking, hold on, the guy just died. I don't think it's the right question whether I like him or not.
Well, have you ever met the bloke?
No.
No, so how do you like it? How do you like him or not like him? Are we basing it on a current affair like everyone else? Based on what I saw on a current affair, he didn't put his trolleys back. So how dare he not take his trolleys back at Coles?
But it's what I'm trying to say is that it's the political, the view that are out there. Whether we like the guy, we don't like the guy. Come on, the guy just passed away. He is almost 100 years of the history of England. Let it be. Don't. I mean,
Well,
talking about
everything
crap,
gets turned
what is
political.
that?
Yeah,
What are we doing now? You know,
Human
why
beings,
is it
mate.
rather than? I mean,
He's a
if you
father.
don't like the guy, don't even talk about the guy. Then
He's a father or a brother. He's someone's family, and first question that gets asked is, "Oh, well, I thought he was an arsehole. Oh, well, I thought he was all right." One, to my first point, none of you fucking knew him or ever met the bloke,
Yeah,
so
that's
get
what I
over
was about
yourself.
to say.
And two, he's just died. Who the fuck do you think you are, coming out after 5 seconds and saying yay or nay, whether you liked him or not? No one gives a shit what you think.
Apart from his name,
No
what
one
did you know of him?
cares.
Seriously.
Well, I thought this. I don't give a fuck what you thought.
Keep it to yourself.
I just watched The Crown, and in The Crown, fuck off. Maybe you should read more books.
no, that takes too much time.
Yeah, no. Well,
People want to have an opinion quick. They want the 5 minutes
gotta be
soup
relevant, mate.
knowledge.
Yeah.
And then they want their opinion to be the only opinion.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, I liked him. Well, aren't you a dickhead?
No. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's not what they say. If you say I liked him, well, you haven't read much about him then.
Dirty monarchist. I stand for a republic. I just asked whether you like the bloke.
You don't know.
That poor bloke, anyone who says they don't like him, he's had to walk 2 metres behind the Queen his whole fucking life. 73 years he hasn't been able to walk on the same level pegging as it. And he'll never get called a king, and yet now they're saying, oh, the grandfather of the monarchy is dead. So, one, no one fucking cares, and two, pull your fucking heads in. That's where I'm at on it. Next.
No one cares about your opinion.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
About your opinion. Yeah.
Your
You need to
opinion of it
precise.
doesn't.
He ended up where we were all going to end up. Simple as that.
At least he got to build his own fucking coffin-carrying car. He planned his whole funeral. What a legend. Yeah.
He built that car.
Yeah, he got the car
Yeah,
built
he
just to
built it
carry his
totally,
coffin.
yeah.
Because
He didn't build it himself.
No. So
all right.
he's
You know, he controlled and directed the entire
he wanted a
the building of that car.
he wanted his coffin taken on a troop carrier. So they had a special troop he made just for carrying his coffin, and there wasn't allowed to be any speeches. Sounded like a lot like my wedding, which may someday turn out to be a funeral as well, but we didn't have any speeches at our funeral. He didn't want any speeches.
Hang on,
He
you
didn't
didn't
want-
have any speeches.
No,
at your
God,
wedding?
no. No, because name me one person who's done I'm going to get on a rant about weddings here and engagement parties but felt comfortable. So we get other people to do speeches at our weddings, right? I'll get up and talk about how much you like me. Who feels comfortable doing that, right? So my whole thing on weddings was no one was allowed to wear a suit. If they turned up in a suit, they were going to get sent home.
I would have turned up with a suit.
No, you wouldn't have.
I would have turned up with a
We
suit.
didn't get invited.
Just to be sent home. Just to be sent home.
Right?
Then he would have spent the whole night like feeling guilty about it.
No, not at all. And then I knew you would have stolen it from someone.
No,
Who's
I would
that
have
funny
received-
little Asian man over in the corner? And then, there was no speeches because I didn't want anyone to have to feel uncomfortable about making speeches. And I think he was the same. He just didn't
So
want
no one
to-
did an eulogy.
No.
How do you know?
Well, that's what he designed.
How do you know?
I wasn't there, but I don't like him anyway. So of all the times I met him, I thought you
What do you mean
bastard.
you don't like him? Haven't you watched The Crown?
No, I haven't watched The Crown.
I haven't watched The Crown either.
No, I know nothing about him, and I think it's someone we need to talk about when we're doing our.
Oh, we'll
our
talk
podcast,
about him
but
one day, but this week that is the event. Anyway,
People still dying from the
I-
vaccine. It's
the vaccine,
still killing people.
You know,
listen.
I ask you this, and you know what? People were dying of COVID, and you were saying, would they have died anyway because they were old?
Yeah,
Are people dying after the vaccine that would have died anyway?
I can only listen to a current affair, mate, and the current affair's telling me it's a vaccine
So
killing
now
people.
you're telling me that
No,
you're
no.
a listener. You're listening
No,
to
as
the
I
news that
said
you want
last
to listen
podcast,
to.
right, you can't say that everyone who died because of COVID, but then say no one who's died has died because of the vaccine. You
Right.
can't have it both fucking
Right.
ways, mate. That's the point.
No, I know that, mate.
Right?
I know
And
that.
you know what? It's
Which is
woken
true.
me up, and true story, it's woken me up a couple of times. I don't want my mother to have the fucking vaccine. Whatever fear has been spread has worked on me. I don't want her to take it. I don't want her to have it. She's got a heap of pre-existing medical conditions. A heap.
Okay,
Right? She ticks every box for someone.
Have you ever had the vaccine yourself?
Nobody.
So just like the Prince Philip that you never met. So you've got preconceived ideas, but you never had it yourself.
I've got a feeling, mate, that I don't want my mother to have it.
It's a feeling, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Because
your
what
mum-
if I'm right?
So
Your mum's not well to start with, right?
She's
it doesn't matter.
She's
She's-
pre-diabetic. She's hypertensive. She's high blood cholesterol. She's everything that all these people died of.
Well, it sounds
but
like
it
she's
was
everything
COVID.
she's everything that if you're your mum, you would have, right? So
She passed it down to me. Thank you, mother. But no,
the reason I ask you is this: my dad had his shot today,
right.
and I was at the nursing home before he had the shot, and when I visited him today, and it's exactly what I went through my mind. Should all this?
is this wine better than his wine?
No, it's not.
Mate, the black bottle's better than his one.
Oh, fuck off! Bend over. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the fucking
Actually, it
black
tastes
bottle.
like something I've had before, probably.
Yeah, the non-alcoholic wine.
You guys are fucking setting me
Except
up
there's
now.
less cork in that one.
You both of you, fat bastard and bald bastard, you can piss off.
Are you saying that the Pinot Noir won or this one won?
I'm just going to eat cheese and.
I just don't know.
No, bro.
I'm asking you.
And all three of us, to a T, took a sip of the Pinot and went, oh, wow. Did we not?
Yeah, because we were all thirsty.
No, but this
at the
one's
time
time to give now. That's been open like
Yeah,
this.
what you're starting to give me the shit. That's what you're starting to give.
Like one of your wines. The toilet for 4 days after that
off.
shit, mate. I'm on a roll, mate. Maybe leave me alone because I'm going good. No, I haven't spoken to Mum about it, but I don't want her to have the fucking vaccine.
My parents have got their second shots now, and they're doing fine. Happy. I think we're gonna have to be very careful.
What do you do though? A 44-year-old lady died the other day straight after having the shot.
Yeah. This is I think there's a big problem here for me. And Mum was talking to me this morning, and she said they live in Brussels, and she said, Thomas, over here we are getting vaccination by hundreds of thousands every week. Mm-hmm. It's like fast. In America, I think it's to the tune of 21 million people a week getting vaccination.
Over here, 4 people a week again.
So,
But if one of those 4 is dying, that's 25%,
no,
mate.
but I want to entertain this. Cam, so that we can think at high level. We escaped a pandemic. We didn't have it.
Nah.
So did we then afford ourselves the luxury to take the vaccine for granted? Where in countries where they're burying like 3,500 people. Yeah.
Brazil.
Still, in India, apparently numbers have
Fourth
been lying.
wave.
They're lying about the numbers. Crematorium apparently are melting because they are burning 24/7. Not fast enough.
Brazil had 180,000 cases last week. 180,000.
And we're not talking about first and second wave. We're talking about fourth and fifth wave.
France
So
is
here's my
France is
question.
about to
Here's
shut
my
down.
question.
Yeah.
If we had 100,000 cases here,
People would be lining up for the vaccine.
here we go. So are we just lulling into some kind of
We're sitting on our high horse. I don't give a
Absolutely.
fuck. As long as I get the chance to sit on my high horse, I'm sitting on it. Because out of necessity, you'll do shit, right? No, we do shit out of necessity. So if 500,000 people were dying from it over here, then you'd have to take the chance. But at the moment, the risk versus reward isn't there.
So it's a psychological thing, isn't it? So the vaccine is nothing else but
Trying to make people feel better.
if we had a few thousand cases, mate, I'm telling you, the news
Everyone
would
would
be
like
saying we're losing one every now and then, 250,000 shot, we lose one person. Just go for it. But we are not losing anyone. Therefore, right now, it's like, why should I?
So I ask you this.
I reckon more people have died in the last 3 weeks over here from the vaccine than have COVID.
Okay, now I'm going to go further. I'm
When
going
was
to
the
go
last
further.
COVID death we had?
Listen, I'm going to go further. Let's imagine now the way that we are not going to have any vaccination for a year. Let's imagine that for a year, Aussies are going to say, stuff this. I don't have to travel. I'm fine. There's no problem. Then the whole world's starting to be vaccinated. They start to go fine. They start to have trade. They start to have travel, do all their things. We can't.
We already can't go to Queensland, mate, so it doesn't fucking
Hold on,
matter.
we can't. Then our economy now is a problem. What happens then?
Checks and balances, mate. At the moment, our economy is far ahead of everybody else.
Yes, because all of the money that we would have spent in Bali are now being spent here. So
Yeah, I
that's
get
fine.
it.
That's fine. There's no
I
problem.
get it, but so it evens up. But
I think that as
got
far
your
as
answer.
But as far as economy goes and trade and so forth and travelling interstate, I think there will be a requirement for people to have the vaccine if they want to go into
the majority of
internationally.
our cases, even in the beginning, were caused by overseas travellers or people on cruise ships, mate. So if the rest of the world gets vaccinated, we're going to be fine.
But all well and good. If
We're
you want
gonna
to
be
travel to
fine.
those, if you want to travel to those countries, they're
We
going to
don't have it. They gave it to us.
But if you want to travel to those countries, regardless of your origin,
Yeah,
they're
but
going to want
Thomas
you
is saying, are we due for an outbreak because we're going to be so far behind everybody else getting vaccinated? Are our worst days still ahead of us, right?
No, he was asking if it's going to be an impact to our economy. So I think
Yeah, no,
other
he's saying-
countries will ask you to be vaccinated if you want to travel.
That's fine.
And-
And then
and
you've got a
trade
choice to
and so
make. But
forth.
it's not, he's saying because everyone else already got vaccinated, they're going to be over it quicker than us, right?
Yeah.
The only reason we got it is because they brought it over here.
Man, that's very, very small stuff.
It's
Yes,
not
it
small
is- no,
stuff.
it is-
The Ruby
it is-
Princess. Does anyone remember the Ruby Princess?
It is true in some cases, but here it is.
We shut down cafes before we stopped letting people get off planes.
Get vaccinated. The world get vaccinated. We then relax about them coming here. We are not that relaxed for our people to leave because we're going to say, unless you get vaccination, you're not going.
Just quietly.
So it stops one way already. Now, the world now start trading around all this stuff. And then we get, because they travel over here, we start to be relaxed about checking them. And then suddenly, two Brazilian come over here with the fourth variant or third variant. And then we catch 250 and then 1,000 and 2,000. Then what? What do we do? They sit there, they laugh, they lock us all out. We are now locked away from all of them. What do we do?
The last case in New Zealand had been vaccinated. Just going to throw that out there.
So that's why I say to you. So
Doesn't matter.
So that was my next question. So you said he got COVID after he was vaccinated.
Yes, and
he had a different variant.
And the Prime Minister came out and said, yeah, he got it, but it was nowhere near as bad as it could have been. That was her explanation.
Yeah. Plus, he's going to be on the ski slope. Therefore, he's away from everyone. They don't want to close. Everything is political. Everything's got a reason. I get that. All I'm saying is, first of all, for the moment, we are giving ourselves the luxury of making a decision that the world can't take, okay? But what if the table turns around? The tables turn around, then we what? You know. Anyway, so
we fought over
that's a bit of
toilet
an
paper.
idea.
No, it isn't an idea. It's not that far to think because we fought over toilet paper, right? So we are. If
Should we restock our toilet paper?
if
you
we
mean?
get no, what I mean is if it gets bad, we're going to go mental because we're majority idiots.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a given, and it's a sad fact. And you might think I'm being flippant, but we fucking fought over toilet paper in Australia, where we don't have 180,000 people catching it every week or anyone dying from it. But we still chose to want to stab each other over toilet paper. So God help us all if it gets serious and we need the vaccine. You imagine the vaccine lines and someone's at the back that wants to be at the front. Like we're gone. We're in a world of shit. So we still don't know the truth of any of it. Now there's 16 different variants of it. Someone in hotel quarantine got the South African version and someone's got the English version. And
Well, I don't know how
someone's
they know.
got
Well, the virus has got an accent.
Oh, mate, that's just shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the.
No, it has a
I-
flag.
I-
They look through the microscope and there's a flag waving.
I apologize. Chris,
in the petri dish, the petri dish grows a flag.
No.
That's Uganda for sure.
I apologize for the accent variant. That is the one nation. That is the one nation variant that I'm trying to introduce.
The wise bury.
Thomas has got the broken English variant.
Unbelievable.
Oh man.
Well,
Anyway,
good talk, guys.
good job. Peace
Not
out.
much,
Awesome.
not much, but good talk. Say
like me.
Quality, not quantity.